2 of the 5 mayoral contenders and over 100 candidates in this municipal election signed a document called the Montreal Anti-Apartheid Pledge. Transition Montréal leader Craig Sauvé, along with Projet Montréal leader Luc Rabouin, signed the pledge, which calls on candidates to cut institutional ties and divest from Israel, along with a cultural boycott. Those behind the pledge list Ensemble Montréal leader Soraya Martinez-Ferrada as having not signed it. Sauvé signed on to every call to action, while Rabouin didn't commit to a cultural boycott.
I think it shows voters what the mayoral candidates are made of, where they lie morally. So it's a bit, I think it's a bit an indicator for the voters of what our mayoral candidates believe in.
I believed that it was important for the city of Montreal to stand and to say that what's happening there, it's just not acceptable and has to stop.
The pledge also calls on leaders to make Montreal a sanctuary city for Palestinian refugees and to put pressure on the Canadian government to apply an arms embargo on Israel, all within the first 3 months of the next administration.
What I read into the commitments that they're asking for is like what can be actually done municipally on those commitments. So when I'm hearing about some issues like offering sanctuary, people without papers, people that require aid and refuge here, I think there's many things we can do.
That's something that is a federal jurisdiction, but the city can ask something to the federal government. This is something we always do, and we will have to find the ways how we formulate that.
And these issues are having an impact on the municipal campaign. For example, a pro-Palestinian protester interrupted a recent leaders' debate.
Madame, je vous ai proposé qu'on en discute. Je vous demanderai de vous asseoir, s'il vous plaît. Asseyez-vous, on va en discuter.
And Rabouin's post announcing that he signed the pledge got a lot of engagement on Instagram. It was the most liked and shared of his posts of the campaign so far. This political expert says she isn't surprised that the issue is taking up space in the campaign.
Montreal is home to many different communities, and we can't ignore what's happening on the international scale. Even going back in time, there are citizens who show up at City Council to ask questions about what's happening internationally and ask their local politicians to take a stand.
McIntyre says politicians who have signed put themselves in a tough position, and it may be risky for a mayor of a big city to commit to these objectives.
It's almost a double-edged sword for politicians when they're asked to take a stand. In doing so, ultimately they're going to frustrate or disappoint certain members of the population, but by not taking a stand, they can also frustrate and disappoint other members of the population.
3 candidates from Ensemble Montréal signed the pledge. CBC News asked party leader Soraya Martinez-Ferrada why she didn't. In a statement, she says she applauds citizen initiatives aiming to promote peace, justice, and human rights, adding that she wants to build an inclusive and united city that respects fundamental rights. CBC News did not hear back from Futur Montréal and Action Montréal.